Hello, hello everyone, Jen here. Thank you for joining me today. Our watercolor journey is going to take us to a very relaxing place today. We're going to work on color mixing, which is one of my favorite things to do, as well as color bleeds. We're going to see when we put these two colors together, what's going to happen when they merge and how they move and flow. We're also going to work on composition a little bit too, creating these fun shapes in different ways to all fit and go on this card in a cohesive way. And then for the grand finale, some line art with our fine liners at the end. And here I'm just mixing some colors, having fun using my size 12, which I don't do very often. The colors that I'm working with today are Crimson Red, Perylene Maroon, Quinacridone Magenta, and Shell Pink. And then I'm also using Buff Titanium, which gives a pastel feeling to the paints that you add it to. So one thing I like about this card is that not only does the beautiful art that we create within these spaces make beautiful art, but we also have an interesting art piece in and of itself with the shapes and the colors that we're making here. So it's almost like a twofold, and I like that. It's very dynamic and keeps me interested, and so I appreciate that. So I am just going through adding shapes, whatever funky shapes I think fit into the space. No rhyme or reason. I'm not really thinking about the flowers that I'm going to add or anything like that. I'm just making sure that the colors are different enough when they're next to each other, that the shapes are different enough, and I'm just enjoying the flow. And I'm here in the present. All right, everyone, so our squares are dry. I think I'm still a little bit wet right here. A little bit wet right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing in some flowers. So it's so hard for me to come up with, a lot of different flowers. So I'm just gonna do kind of flower-esque things, like, what I think daisies would look like. And I have this one here, has kind of a little boot shape. So I'm going to make kind of one over here. And right now I'm just kind of drawing things out for placement because I'm going to have leaves as well as flowers. So I'm just kind of figuring out, where I want everything to go. So I think, and these leaves are just going to be kind of like oval, pointed ovals, just kind of skinny. No real excitement to them. And then I'm going to do, kind of like just a 4-petaled flower and all of the petals are going to kind of reach back to the center here. And then I'm going to do the same kind of starting here though. Almost, I guess, like maybe a Cosmo would be a good example of what this is. And then I'm going to do some leaves kind of coming off from here, just filling in, really, just kind of looking at the space that I have here. Maybe right here we can do just kind of like maybe a little bud, where you can see just a few petals like that, but nothing that's really open. And then we'll do a leaf there. And let's do another bud, but maybe just one. And now we're just really just filling in with flowers, and we can have these have stems that come to the middle, and definitely some leaves there. Okay, that's pretty. And then we'll do, when we do our our pen, we'll do these star kind of stamens here in the middle of these. So hopefully you can see that. And then, okay, and really the main thing is just kind of utilize the space that you have. You know, we're gonna make it, you know, this is really the artistic focal point are the flowers. So I think with this one here, we're gonna do a tulip style. So we're gonna kind of do a U shape stem like that. And then from here we can have, you know, leaves coming off that fill in the space. And these are just going to be more, just kind of more slender. Kind of something like that. And then what we're going to do is just like a little half circle. And that's fine. Let's do some more. It's kind of, you know, these are kind of to me like olive leaves. We'll do some more things like that. We can do maybe another one coming off here. And some more. Stem or leaves, just like that. And then this one, these leaves. And then for the flowers, how we're gonna finish them is we're gonna do kind of little sections, 3, 4, you know, however many we have room for. This one, maybe I can get 4 in. Let me see here. This one kind of goes, nope, just 3. Okay, which is fine. We could do, you know, just kind of split these up, but I think we'll just leave them, you know, something like that. Okay, I think that looks nice for that one. So here we have another tall one. I'm gonna do kind of swoop it like that, and then maybe do cross one like that, and then we will have maybe like a taller one kind of coming this way to balance this one. And then we're gonna do, you know, kind of like a lavender look, you know, so just these little teardrops, leaving a space in between, maybe half a heart, you know, at whatever kind of shape you want to do, just kind of a rough. We're not going to go all the way down, we're going to leave it like that. Do one at the top, and then we're going to do these little side half leaves together. Something like that. Maybe this one will come down a little bit more on that one. I think this one would make a good like peony type, and we're just going to do really just like the head of the flower. So we'll do some circles. This one maybe we can do like a half a one, because I do want to make some room for leaves. So from here then what we do is we kind of make, you know, like half moon little squiggles just to kind of represent the leaves, the petals, excuse me. And then you can kind of make these as ornate, or you know, you can just do simple circles, you can make them squiggly. To me, they're more realistic squiggly, because that's really how they flowers are. And then we're gonna do like just these little half like kind of loops in the middle for the stamen. And then we're gonna do just kind of some lines in here to make it look, you know, make the petals inside. So just do something like that. And then I think for these leaves, we can do them kind of like here would probably be a good place for one. Just gonna kind of squiggle them, make them like pointed at the top. And let's see here, I kind of want one here. I don't know if it's gonna interfere with that though. Maybe one kind of like that. And then let's do kind of like a big one up here. And then kind of want one here. And these aren't full leaves, so that's okay. I want to do kind of like another little daisy look. I think this would be a good spot, but it's kind of right next to this one and they kind of look alike. So I think I might do just a single, on this one it's kind of like maybe like a side top look of like maybe a tulip, you know, just something that shape. And then we'll do just a stem that comes down, and then we'll do a lot of like little leaves like this. Maybe we could do a little bud in here too, but I was just gonna kind of fill it with leaves. So maybe I'll do it just a little bud. Something like that, be cute. And this one I'm going to do kind of a little shorter since we've got a big tall one there. And then these, I think I'm going to attach them to the stem. And the same with this one, I think. Okay, so that's pretty, I like that. And it does fill the space nicely. Let me do, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna leave it. Okay, so that looks very pretty. So I think I'm gonna do the daisy one down here because I do have a lot of space and it's pretty tall. So I think I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna do like a little, you know, half. And these are just, you know, daisy petals, just like that. And then we can bring, you know, our stem down here. Then we can have this stem and we can have a more traditional looking one. If I can figure out 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that looks good. And we can do one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A circle in the middle. And then do here maybe another little half one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then I'm gonna start adding here, and I'm just gonna do this kind of like scritchy scratchy, like just to kind of indicate a really jagged leaf. And so I'm going to have some Just kind of going back and forth, coming off. Something like that. And then we can have some coming out there. I think I might do another flower here. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Like a rose style one here, just the face. So we can do circle, and then you do kind of like little triangles, and then do a swirl in the middle. And then from there, you can kind of make the layers of the petals. And then you can do another set. You can just keep going really until you kind of have it filled. Do another set. There we go. Okay, that'll look pretty. Filled up the space, and I think I'm gonna leave this for happy birthday. And then up here, I think with this one I might do some kind of let's see here, like a dandelion maybe, just to kind of, because it's spring and I think they're all out, so let me make sure I'm getting it. And then I can even do some kind of little flyaways too, which would be kind of cute. And then I think I'm gonna do a short one here, and we'll just do that one. I'll do a little closer. Yeah, that's cute. And then I can do some, you know, little dandelion seed flyaways. And I'll just do maybe like some stars, or these just little hatch marks. Or I can do circles. I don't know. I think I kind of like these little hatch mark things. So I can do like a hatch mark with a something like that. Or I could actually, I think I'm not gonna do those. I'm just gonna leave it out like that. And then we can, for leaves, we can just kind of do maybe like just some real sweet little ovals. Something like that. Probably don't even need any leaves. I don't know. I think I kind of like it better without the leaves. So I think I might not do the leaves when I do my pen. But that's why I do it in pencil, so that I can look at the placement and see how I like it. The fine liners that I have been using lately, I am obsessed with. They're amazing. They're these Winsor Newton, and the packs come in all these sizes. 0.0 or 0.5, 0.8, 0.1, 0.3, and 1. So 1 is going to be the largest, and so I think 0.1 is the smallest. So I think I've been into 0.3, and I think I'm going to do 0.5 on some of the, just to kind of create a little bit different look with the art. So I can do like the stems and the leaves maybe at a 0.5, and then the petals and the details and things at a 0.3, or we'll figure it out. So I'm going to start up here at this one, and I'm just going to trace over everything that I penciled in. And there's no rhyme or reason to which you do first. I just kind of follow the pattern that I made for myself. That's it. It's that easy. And then if with your thinner one, I might even try a 0.1. If you wanted, you can, you know, do some shading lines. You can do them in your leaves. Whatever you want. Okay, so now I'm going to move on. Let's do this one. Let me try this with my 3 and see if it makes a difference. Put a little extra one in there, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it, the 0.3. It's lighter. I like it better with these cross hatches because they get kind of clustered up together. So it looks nice, thinner like that. Okay, it's good to know. Leave that one open. All right, let's move on to this one. And I'm gonna try to do kind of the leaves and the stems in this thicker one, and I'm gonna see what it's like in the thinner one for the leaves and flowers. With this leaf, it's keeping it rounded at the top because I always kind of want to point them, so the point stays at the bottom and the round goes to the top. I like that. And then we're gonna do our semicircle. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to do the same with this one. Just do the thick line. Then we'll do I kind of change this one up a little bit. Just kind of make the leaves just a little funkier. I like that better. Can do some, you know, all different ways. There we go. This one I didn't have coming all the way down. I think I like it like that. It looks fine. All right, so then I'm gonna move on to this one. Now this one, we're not gonna do the circle here. We're just gonna leave it with our squiggles. And I think I'll do them thick, and then as we move in, I'll do them thinner. And then I'm gonna do the leaves thick too. And then this one, I didn't really much like the shape, so I'm gonna change the shape there. There we go. Okay, and then I'll do these outer leaves. Okay, I'm going to take this finer one, the 0.3, and I'm going to do these thinner petals inside. And I'm also going to do these with the 3.3. These you can do, they don't have to all be like in a circle, you know, you can do something like that. Kind of like that better anyway. All right, and then for the leaves, just to add a little bit more, I'm going to still take the 0.3 and I'm going to do a line kind of going through the middle, and then from there I'm going to do these little veins, and I'm going to match, I'm going to kind of duplicate them on the other side so that they match up like that. I find it's easier to start at the bottom, so I'm going to be twisting my paper around. And one of the other nice things about fine liner when you're working with watercolor paper is that if you're using cold press paper, it has that tooth to it, kind of a rigidness or a bumpiness. And so it kind of creates sometimes a natural like break in the pen, which is nice. I like that. It's really nice. Okay, so let me see if I can see this one. Okay, I think we went kind of this way, like that, and then I think we came down and did like that. So I'm gonna try, again, I'm gonna do the stem and the center vein thick, and then I'm gonna move to a thinner one. Now, a tip for when you are doing these additions here, you want to make sure you go all the way down to the stem. You don't want to stop because then you can notice a break. So you want to make sure that you take it all the way to and through and into that stem. Okay, so the rest I'm going to try and do on the lighter side. So I'm going to start with my petals. And these were all just, they met in the middle, but they were all squiggly, misshapen. And the same here. And this little one. And then we're going to add in our leaves. And our stamen. See, that gave me that little wiggly because of the paper. And I think that looks amazing. I love those kinds of things. I think it adds so much interest to the piece. All right, and so this one we just did kind of like a messy star, just like that. So pretty. And then once we get the pencil off, we can add more detail or whatever we want to do. Okay, so I think for this one I'm going to start with my thinner line because this is kind of a more delicate part of the rose. And so, as we get out, I'm gonna make it a little thicker. And I think really the only key to this rose is, I messed up there. The only key to this rose is being alternating with the petals. So you want to put your first set down, and then your next set, you want the one petal to go over the middle of the two petals. And if you do that, it will for sure look like a rose. Let's see, I can add this one here. There, pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do the opposite on this one. I'm going to do a fine line for the stem, just to kind of have it be dainty. And then I think I'm just going to do it all fine. And then I can add some detail. And these are, you know, to have these kind of leaves that aren't perfect and that have a little bump to them, that's exactly how they need to look. So don't get too upset by that. Okay, so now for the leaves, we just did kind of a stem so we could keep, you know, ourselves centered. And then I just kind of came in and just made it very rogue, very scratchy. And to me, it makes it look very wildflower. Okay, that's great. Now the best part is taking away all the pencil. This is one of my favorite erasers. It's a kneaded eraser, and it can go into any shape you want, but it doesn't make the pills the mess of the other erasers. And you can break it up. It comes in kind of a big square. And so like, I think this is half of one square, and it lasts forever. It never goes away. Doesn't, I'm sure it does diminish, but doesn't, I don't know why it would. There's nothing is coming from it. Just taking it up. And I like it too because you can do things like this and take up the pencil. And so sometimes when you don't want to like really scrape on your paint, you can just do this to lift it, and it really, really works. Okay, I think that's a good place to start. And I'm going to, I think, add maybe like a little detail. Ooh, wrong size. Here's my 1.1. Add some, maybe some shadow lines to my daisies. And here you can do these kind of broken lines, dots. It's really just, you can do like kind of scratch marks, hatch marks, you know, whatever. But I'm just trying to kind of add some visual interest to it. And here, like in the stamen part, you know, it wouldn't be odd to have that, all the bumps. Could even do a little bee or butterfly or something. So this one, I think I'm just going to add in just really little tiny scratch marks of just additional buds maybe. Just little things that could also be here in the middle, just to kind of fill it out a little bit more. And here now it's just playing. We're just experimenting, we're having a good time. Let me see, what else could I do? I feel like I need some more, maybe like another set of leaves here. Oops, I already did the wrong kind. Should have left it alone. That's okay. It's done. Okay, let's see. Let's do some just kind of lines here in the middle. Kind of play off that stamen that we made. Just kind of elongate it and make it look like this flower is in addition to it. Do some here as well. I think with this one I'm going to just kind of make like a little thicker of a base, kind of like that. All right, guys, there you have it. That is a beautiful piece with all sorts of fun florals to just practice and show off. I loved mixing the colors. I love using the pencil first to create the beautiful florals, and that way I have an even better idea of placement and things like that. So I think, yeah, I think that looks good just the way it is. Sometimes you can go in and do some fun doodles in the leftover white, but I kind of like it like that. So yeah, anyway. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope that this tutorial has left you inspired. And I hope you get out there and you embrace your creativity. You choose to be creative, and don't forget to let your art flag fly and make it a great day. See you next time. Bye, guys.